Well, here we go. In game number 2, Haley Denning will lead things off for Utah as Oklahoma gets set for Utah. And here we go. We hope you enjoy the broadcast as much as we will enjoy bringing it to you. And Denning will step in against Shannon Sale. Denny, by the way, has been their leadoff hitter in their last 11 games. They're 9-2 in games in which she led off, and the first pitch is in for a strike. And our time of first pitch, 5:20 p.m., so we're about 20 minutes behind schedule. As Denning digs back in, the 0-1 pitch from the Sooner senior. Sale brings it home, and that misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shannon Sale, power pitcher, but without a doubt has a way about her in which she can make you look foolish with the off speed. The 1-1 is looped into shallow left field. It won't get there because Grace Lyons makes the play before it can get to the outfield grass, and there's 1 away. And here's Maddie Jacobus.
I think we're already off to a pretty good start versus the last game where we let first leadoff batters get on base. And I think that that's probably something that Coach Gasso actually brought to their attention, because once you let that leadoff batter on base, you give them momentum to continue to pass the torch. Just like Coach Gasso teaches, you want to pass the torch on to that next hitter. If we give the other team the capability and opportunity to do that, I think it all kind of crumbles from the start. So you want to get that leadoff out.
First pitch in for a strike as Jacobus tried to look like she was going to lay down a bunt, and she lines this one into right field, a base hit. And Jacobus, after looking like she might lay down a bunt, hits a laser, and Kelso does a good job of knocking it down. This team has now won 7 straight games. There's a couple of exhibition games mixed in there. They played the Mexican national team in Puerto Vallarta and played the U.S. national team. They only lost to Team Mexico by a final score of 2-0. And here's Alyssa Barrera, and she tried to lay down a bunt that's foul. They'll play some small ball now with the Utah Utes, so the Sooner corners need to be ready.
Which I think that's something that the coaches might have caught on to last game with them sitting back here watching OU play Mercer. Coaches were out here watching, and we kind of struggled with the small ball, with the slappers hitting their spots, getting the balls on the ground.
No ball, 1 strike pitch from Sale. Popped up, shallow left field. Again racing out as Lyons to make the catch. A couple of steps on to the outfield grass, and there's 2 away. And Alyssa Bonstrom will be the last hope here for Utah. We hope in the top half of the first inning. Knock on wood, already off to a better start for the Sooners. Let's see if they can keep it rolling and get out of this first inning unharmed. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Bonstrom is up high for ball 1. Tomorrow, a doubleheader between Murray State and Missouri State. Murray State and Missouri State are actually playing against Oklahoma State up in Stillwater. This has been a collaborative effort between OU and OSU, and here's a shallow fly ball into center field. Alo races over and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Her last appearance came on February 24. She got she actually did not factor into the decision. Went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, but only 1 of them was earned on the season. She's been impressive so far with a 2.63 ERA, and she's 2-0. And again, a freshman making the start against the Sooners. The first pitch to Grace Lyons is fouled back for strike 1. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Lyons in game 1 for the Sooners went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Coming off a 2 for 4 performance against Wichita State on Wednesday night, when she did a little yard work. The 0-1 pitch is just on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. Riley Boone still out of action. Saw her between games. Lyons has stepped in admirably to this leadoff spot. Well, I say, too, the Taylon Snow injury is what put Lyons in the leadoff spot as the 0-2 is high. For Grace Lyons now, this is the 8th straight game in which she's hit leadoff for the Sooners. Oklahoma is 6-1 in the previous 7 games. They only lost the game against North Texas here. The 1-2 pitch grounded sharply towards third. Oh, really nice play at third to scoop it up and throw across for the out. And that was Bonstrom. Pretty hard hit ball. And here's Jocelyn Alo, who gets a quick little post-at-bat debrief from Grace Lyons before Alo digs in.
I think the main thing that's going to be a lot different is the speed. I think we're clocking her over here at 65. So that's a big difference versus the pitcher that they just faced at high speed of 59.
Usually the Sooners tend to perform much better whenever you got a little oomph behind that miles per hour as the first pitch is up high
and
to Jocelyn.
I think, that has a lot to do with who they face throughout the season. They're used to a pitcher coming to them at least 62 and up. So, that's a hard adjustment for them to have to make when you're facing somebody that's throwing 59.
1-0 pitch is outside for a ball, 2-0.
65-mile-an-hour pitch. It's tough.
I can't even imagine it.
But
I can't even fathom it.
But this is more so the norm for them. So hopefully adjustments are made quicker because this is what they're used to.
2-0 is grounded back up the middle and through into center field. Extend the hitting streak for Jocelyn Alo as she grounds that into center field. And the Oklahoma Sooner junior has matched her career high with a 12-game hitting streak on a one-out single up the middle. And here's Kinsey Hansen, who it was so odd to see a 0 in that hit number. Hit slot, if you will. As the first pitch to Hansen is a little outside for a ball. Now, she went in game 1 for the Sooners, 0 for 2 with a run scored and 2 RBIs.
Broke the hit streak.
Yes, it did. No balls and a strike.
We've got Shay Knighton over in the first base box.
Oh, that's the shift the Sooners have used this season, or I guess I should say to swap the rotation, as the 1 pitch misses outside 1-1. Sid some games, Shay the other. Is there a plan? No, it's just every other game.
But that's not a bad look when you get over to first base and get to hang out with Sydney Romero and Shay Knighton.
one pitch catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think the coolest thing as well is that they chose to stick around.
Yeah.
And as fifth years be involved.
Yeah. And that's important for the team with all the new faces. I think it's important that they kind of understand and get some help from these guys that were there.
1-2 grounded to short. Could be 2 to second for 1 to first. Not in time. Hansen beats it out. 6-4 on the attempted double play, but it didn't have enough oomph on it to get a rather athletic Hansen getting down the first base line. And there's Lindsey Elam.
Catcher number 22, Lindsey Elam.
Elam hit a big fly in game number 1, a 2-hit contest for Elam, which in her incredible season is her 7th 2-hit game of the year, 12th of her career, and the first pitch is up high for a ball. So, in other words, through the span of the first 21 games, Lindsey Elam has already matched and surpassed her career total for 2-hit games. A 1-0. Waits for it, takes a strike, 1-1.
And it's still early.
It's still early in the season.
We haven't even hit conference yet.
I think there is
2 more weeks till conference?
2 more weeks. It'll be Oklahoma and Texas in 2 weeks.
The opener, conference
How about
opener.
that?
Wow.
The 1-1 pitch to Elam is ripped foul down the third base line. We will have a separate radio and TV broadcast that weekend, so that's exciting. We'll be out on the concourse for that series. Should be fun. ESPNU doing the Sunday game.
Okay.
Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Elam. just out. The runner at first and 2 outs were scoreless in the bottom of the first inning. Lindsey Elam evened up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that is next weekend is in the next tournament. The Sooners do not have a midweek game. As the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Elam is a swing and a miss. Ball got away from the catcher. Elam's going to beat this out at first base. And the ball gets away from the first baseman into center field. Hanson's on her way to third. And it's first and third after what should have been an ending strikeout as Elam beat out the throw and had the throw beat before the catcher even released it. It's got to be frustrating for Feldman in the circle.
Those are the types of mistakes that you can't really make in a game like this.
Left fielder number 21, Grace Green.
Here we go. Grace Green's got a chance to put the Sooners on top here early, which is something that, honestly, they haven't been able to consistently do over the last 5 or 6 games. First pitch to Green. Swing and a miss. Grace hitting .309 on the season. Here's what else is impressive. With 2 outs, Grace Green is hitting .350. Runners at first and third. Let's see if the Sooners try to snag second or get that double steal working. The 0-1 pitch is off the outer edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Utah is receiving votes are ranked depending on which poll you subscribe to. Receiving votes in the NFCA ranked the D1 softball poll at 25. Here's the 1-1 to Green. That's in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Longer look as Patty Gasso tries to make the right call here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Green digs in. Elam at first. The pitch up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elam takes off for second base as the ball was thrown back to the pitcher, and Feldman just lets her take second base. They want to create some havoc there.
They do. With the first and third play, however, I didn't think that would be coming with 2 strikes. But, yeah, with the first and third play, you want to mix it up and put some pressure on the defense and make them throw the ball somewhere, or just hold it, and then your runner from first has advanced. But normally you try to bait them to throw to second, and then you get your runner out that's on third base closer to the plate, and then kind of see what they do with the ball and either make the decision to break for it or get back. But your goal is to get first and second. Now we have 2 outs. All we need is a ball in the gap and score 2.
Here we go, second and third. The 2-2 pitch to Green. Line shot into the gap, just like Destiny Martinez called it. 2 runs will score easily as Grace Green stands up into second base with a 2-out clutch double to give the Sooners a 2-0 lead. You kind of called that one.
I did. But, I mean, this is what you practice. You practice first and third plays. You practice gap shots. This is what you want to see first inning from the Sooners, and they've done a great job.
And Grace Green, I guess it's fair to say, stays hot. RBIs for Grace Green on the season, number 14 and 15, and here's Nicole Mendez. Her first start as the DP, her first start period, after hitting a 2-run go-ahead home run in Game 1, and she takes the first pitch low and away for ball 1. I think what it was is you started talking about conference play, and everyone kind of got a little bit jacked up. They upped their game a little bit.
They said, whoa,
I think let's
we
go.
got to play Texas in a couple weeks.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Mendez. Line shot pretty deep to left field. Watch it fly! Oh, Nicole Mendez!
Oh, my.
Opposite field.
2 for 2 on the day with 2 bombs.
And she'll take her time trotting around third base and airplane into home base. Oh, my. He gets a pat on the helmet as well, too, from the Batgirl. And just like that, Oklahoma has opened up a 4-0 lead. A 2-run bomb from Nicole Mendez They got to update the scoreboard. Let's go. Scoreboard still has it at 3-0. And they want another curtain call from Nicole Mendez. Yeah, I think she kind of makes a difference, doesn't she?
Yeah, you need to put her in that DP spot. She can either run from home to home or home to first is what she was. Those are the instructions she was given.
So here's Kinsey Kelso with 2 outs. There we go. They got that extra run. The crowd gives the Bronx cheer for it as the first pitch to Kelso is a swing and a miss on a rise ball there for strike 1. What a start to Game 2. This is the Sooner team that we know and love. Kelso getting the start, the sophomore, out of Tuttle. A .333 average, and she takes the 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. .333 for Kelso. She hasn't played a ton. Just 5 for 15 in the opportunities she's had here in 2020. This is her 5th start of the year. And this ball is lifted to left field, but not deep enough. Easy play for Denning, who is under it and makes the catch and ends the first. Reyes somewhere that
one's pretty close, yeah.
Scared me. I'm getting old. Well, here is a shot to left field and pretty deep. Green gives chase. It's off the wall. A leadoff double for Brianna Castaneda. And that's how Utah interrupts our Twitter shout-outs here in the top of the 2nd inning with a leadoff double. Castaneda ripped that over the head of Green. I thought for a moment it might get out of here, but it stayed in the park. And a runner at second for Charlie Pond. Sooners saw Utah last season, but it was a rather unique trip as the first pitch to the sophomore. Pond is outside for ball 1. When Oklahoma traveled, they were in a position where you thought, okay, maybe we'll have a few games here, and then lo and behold, snow. 1-0 pitch is a swing and a miss. I always found it interesting. We were taking the Kincaid Coach Charter to the airport, and hearing Coach and Jackie Livingston go through, all right, what's the plan now? Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little up, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, what was that bus ride like?
It was just unique because I think, and we're going to the airport to go to Salt Lake City.
Okay.
So there's
knowing it's snowing.
Exactly. Exactly. And knowing that you're not going to play the game as it was originally scheduled. 2-1. Hard hit ball to short. Lyons looks the runner back to second and throws a strike to first for the first out. And Destiny is someone who played on that right side some, in the outfield, and obviously took fly balls over there. That's a challenging sun right now.
Yeah, she's got her glasses on. I mean, they've got to work through that. She did a great job. It's just tough to find the base, block the sun, and catch a ball. A laser from Grace. I mean, she's so strong.
Yeah, it was an absolute hand cannon from Grace Lyons. And it's coming at you. You got the sun in your face, and you got to make sure you stay on the bag. First pitch swinging, foul from Alicia Espinoza, Littleton, Colorado. The right-hander digs in. She is, I haven't seen much of her in some of the stats I looked at. This is going to be that moment whenever she's played every single game. As Espinoza digs back in and swings through the 0-1 pitch, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Sooners lead at 4-0 as we're in the top of the 2nd inning. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, checked her swing on a ball a little bit out. Okay, I feel better about myself. This is the first game she started this year.
Oh, okay. Well, good, Chris.
I knew I wasn't losing my mind when
it.
I was like, I haven't heard Espinoza much for this team. People probably say the same thing when they look at Mendez. 1-2 is a little bit up. Just one final thought on the look back to Utah last year. Of course, last year was an incredible amount of travel for the Sooners, but we didn't end up going down there till the end of March, so it was after even conference play had started. There's a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And after the leadoff double by Castaneda. A ground out to short and a strikeout. And Shannon Sale is a couple pitches away from potentially getting out of this jam. As Falk digs in. She's showing bunt. There is no way she's bunting as she pops up the pitch. Right side. Under it. The first baseman to make the catch, Kinsey Hansen. And the inning is over. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Sooners here in the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma leads Utah 4-0. She's Destiny Martinez. I'm Chris Plank. Thanks for joining us on the Sooner Radio Network and simulcast on Soonersports.tv. Here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting junior. That's a little low. Ball 1. Aaliyah Flores has started every game at third for the Sooners. 4 extra base hits, including her second career home run. The Colton, California product waits on the 1-0. Takes it for a called strike. It's got to be tough. You look around this lineup to have to slide into one of the more difficult positions to play in this sport at third. And Aaliyah's played about every position.
Right, but she has really done a great job at third base. She's made a lot of really good plays, and I've only seen 3 games in person, and that is a bomb.
Aaliyah Flores rocks one over the center field wall. Good call. What a shot for her second career home run, our second home run of the season, third career home run, and Oklahoma has opened up a 5-0 lead. My word. That was obliterated off the bat of Flores.
A shot to center field. I mean, it was just hanging, left up in the zone, and this speed is what they're used to. So I feel like they're getting back in their element, kind of comfortable with what they practice and what they know.
They're chanting Flores, Flores. There she gives him a wave.
Second baseman number 12.
I mean, that was to about the deepest part of the field, and it's added to the Sooner lead. That's a way to start an inning. Here's the first pitch to Mackenzie Donahue, and that's slowing in for a ball. I think your home run call just became my favorite ever. I mean, think about it. Just basically saying, and that's a bomb. I mean, can anything describe what came off that bat any better?
And you just knew it right off the bat.
1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1.
No question, no waiting. It was just gone.
So Donahue seems to be getting more on track. 7 hits so far this season, has scored 7 runs. 3 of those 7 hits for extra bases. 1-1 is a little low. 2 balls and a strike. I'm always curious, and I know that so far for Donahue and for Hansen, they've been day one starters. To do that as a freshman, it's not easy. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
No.
And that's low. 3-1.
That was tough. I mean, you earn that in fall ball and individuals. And, I mean, that's when it all really comes down to who can do what, when can, like, how is this going to work?
3-1 pitch. Ground ball fouled on the third base line.
But I think it's always going to be a competition. It never ends. You have teammates that are wanting your spot, or you never even know if it's really your spot sometimes. But I think it's good for them. Like, there's no complacency.
Right.
And I think that's what makes them so good, is that nobody out there can really say, this is my spot. You can have that mindset. You can work as hard as you can to keep it, but
you're always in competition.
You never really know. I mean, you got a team full of studs.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss for Donahue. There's the first out of the inning. And as you mentioned, no one goes into a practice or a game weekend thinking, I just want to sit here and chill and watch this game.
Right. Because the second you do that, you lose it.
Right.
You just don't see that anymore, or ever.
As the great Jim Poppy Gasso would say. Got to have that championship mindset, right?
You got to.
Here's the first pitch to Grace Lyons. That's in for a strike.
And Poppy's listening. I saw him in there. Is he out here somewhere?
I don't know. Is he hiding down at the Poppy patio right now, listening to us underneath the scoreboard beyond left field? Looks like we have some celebrities out there. As the 0-1 pitch to Lyons is grounded back to the circle. Easy play. There's 2 away. Job by Feldman to stay down on that. Here's Ala. See, is that one Joseph Champ Gasso in left center field, maybe?
I believe it is.
There's Alo. She singled to extend her hitting streak to 12 games in the first inning. She bats here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Sooners on top 5-0. Oklahoma already knocked off earlier today Mercer 10-5. Utah needed a walk-off in the 7th to beat Mercer 6-5. As Alo approaches the plate, Feldman brings it home. In for a strike. I don't know. I don't know if it's just because she's seeing the ball so well or what it is about the start to this season. And I don't know how you feel, Destiny, but I feel like every time she steps to the plate, she's going to hit one out of the stadium as the 0-1 pitch is in for a strike.
But every ball that she does get a hold of is a hard hit ball.
Absolutely.
I mean, these infielders got to be ready. The ball that she hit past third earlier in the first game, I mean, those are shots. Like, those are dangerous.
0-2, swing and a miss. They got her to chase a pitch a little out, and the inning is over. But the Sooners do some damage. A leadoff bomb from Aaliyah Flores. Closer games against Wichita State at times. That's part of the youth, and this team is just going to get better when they get more experience for these younger players.
Right. And I think you have to have that happen. Obviously, it's better when it's early in the season and you don't end that way, but you have to go through those moments with your teammates to get you to the next level. I mean, you're not going to always win, and then you have to understand that those other teams, their main goal is to beat you. So, I mean, you're going to go through those ups and downs, and I think that only strengthens the team even more.
First pitch is a ball to Julia Noskin, who will lead things off for Utah, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Head coach Amy Hogue with her assistants Brianne Smith and Cody Thompson. Cody manning the first base coach's box. Amy at third. They've spent the whole day here as the 1-1 pitch is bounced foul. No, and I say it somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but seriously, they played at noon. They played a game that started at noon, and in a rather fast-moving game, beat Mercer, and then they didn't leave. They stayed around here. They watched the Oklahoma game against Mercer.
They had to scout, kind of see what's going on, get some notes.
1-2, bounced foul. I mean, literally.
A lot of notes.
A lot of notes. And they were here so long, it's almost as if players are at concession stands. You know, it's just they spent the whole day at the ballpark. So it's been a fun one to kind of watch them react to things. And now they find themselves in a 5-0 hole. All Pac-12 performer last year. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be a tough play. Bouncer down the first base line, but Sale wisely lets it go foul and then turns away from it.
She had a little attitude with that.
I love her personality.
I do too.
I mean,
I love her little
turn.
Yeah.
She saw that ball go foul, and I'm not kidding. Usually you go to try to touch it just because maybe.
I mean, that could have been a great play, but you want to be sure and just let that go foul.
She turned away from it like it was.
Forget it.
Evil. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, that just missed on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noskin, Denning, and Jacobus. 9-1 and 2 hitters for Utah here in the top of the third with the Sooners on top 5-0. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped up foul territory and into the Sooner dugout. It's kind of hard to get a pop-up into the Sooner dugout. It almost has to be strategically placed with the way the nets kind of hang down now. Regardless, it's still a strike. See Shannon keep battling here. The 2-2 pitch. Bounce towards third. Nice play by Flores. Quickly to first, one away. And Noskin is retired. She is probably one of the better shortstops in a league filled with shortstops that are high caliber. One of the better ones we'll see this year. So good to get her out and off the base paths. Here's Haley Denning, the left fielder, who popped out to short into actually the play made by Lyons, just into shallow left field.
Another leadoff out. That's huge.
First pitch swinging, and she swings through it for strike one.
If we can keep that going, I think we'll be okay.
No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Caught the outside corner, 0-2. Crowd comes to life here a little bit early. Urging on, Sale. The 0-2, swing and a miss. What a start for Shannon Sale. And there's two away. That's the second strikeout by Sale this game. And here's Maddie Jacobus.
Baseman number 72, Maddie Jacobus.
Jacobus singled. She has one of the two hits for Utah so far. Two outs. Here in the third, the pitch. She showed bunt. Takes it low and in for ball one. Mentioned our at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. See Larry has checked in from his St. Pete Sooner Den. Therese and Durant. 1-0 pitch. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Chris is in Ada listening in. The Birmingham Club is checked back in. OU Architect listening while watching OU women's tennis. Not bad. Monty and Jamie Gaston. Teresa and Bruce on a Jet City Gin all in tonight. The 1-1 pitch popped up. These have been problematic this year, but Aaliyah Flores is here to save the day and makes the catch, and the inning is over. Sooners will have the 3, 4, and 5 hitters here in the bottom of the third inning, as Oklahoma leads it 5-0. Sooner softball, as always, is brought to you in part by Bud Light, Aloha Beaches, Catalina Lime Mixer, 6% alcohol. Sooners meet Natty Light Seltzer, your new game day game day necessity. Please drink it responsibly. Easy for me to say. First pitch is in for a strike to Hansen, who reached on a fielder's choice in the first inning and scored a run. I mean, it's kind of wild to look back at that first inning now with some perspective and realize should have been over when Elam struck out.
Right. There was a lot of damage done after that.
The 0-1 pitch. Line shot down the right side, slicing onto the hitting facility. Did you guys have a name for that? Is it just the indoor, right?
The indoor, yeah. I never had a name for it.
You need to come up with something.
Yeah.
Something creative.
They always just said, go to the indoor.
I mean, it's easy because for football you got Everest.
Yeah. Yeah, it does need a name.
Here's the 0-2. Low and away. I guess I could say your name here indoor. Go to
True. I was going to say, maybe we could get a sponsor on that.
There you go.
Who wants to put their name on it?
Yeah, you can. The Sooner Club will help you out with that. As for Zach Zellman, the 1-2 pitch, line foul. In all seriousness, though, we've had a lot of conversations with Coach Gasso over the last few weeks, or at least been in, for instance, our Wednesday luncheon a few weeks ago, to where the conversation does center around, all right, what's your story on the new facility? When's it happening? Right. There's some work to be done, but you can help.
Yeah, when are they breaking ground here?
We got time. We got some time.
Okay,
okay. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Hansen goes down.
Now, my understanding on that is it is not on the same patch right here.
No, we're moving. No, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
We are moving down the street.
Okay.
By the way, kudos to Kenny Mossman, who has done a fantastic job in putting together the master plan with input from Coach and JT Gasso.
Kenny's a rock star.
He's done an incredible job with this. And you can help make it a reality. Go to thesoonerclub.com. First pitch, Lindsey Elam pops it up. It's going to be in play. Jacobus in the outfield grass, the second baseman, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Also, we should mention there's a lot of different levels, so never, ever, ever think to yourself, well, I can't help you. Absolutely can. TheSoonerClub.com. Zach or Dylan Stanley, Big Diamond Sports guy, will take care of you. And then we can have a name for the hitting. All circles back. We can have a name for the indoor. It'll be a whole new indoor,
and
too,
by the way. We truly appreciate all the support.
It's been great. Here's Grace Green. She doubled and drove in 2 runs her first time up. She takes the first pitch low for a ball. 5 runs for the Sooners on 4 hits. Utah did commit an error, but Shannon Sale has shut them out so far while scattering 2 hits. OU leads at 5-0, though. On the verge of going down 1-2-3 for the first time tonight. A 1-0 pitch. Caught the outside corner, 1-1. I do too.
I hope you're wrong, Chris.
Okay, listen, I'll say it. Grace Green hasn't hit a home run this year.
Okay.
So maybe you try to use that.
There you go.
Kind of reverse karma to say, she just hasn't hit a home run this year, and then hopefully, boom, one flies out of here. The 1-1 pitch, though, will be taken low for a ball, too.
I like where your mind's at. I like it.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Oklahoma on top of Utah, 5-0. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded towards short. Should be easy for Nuskin, who makes the play, throws to first, and the inning is over. Sooners go down in order for the first time tonight as we head to the 4th. Oklahoma, though, all over Utah, 5-0. Sooners will send their 3, 4, and 5 hitters. And Alyssa Barrera will lead things off. Along with Destiny Martinez, I'm Chris Plank. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Sooners. No runs, 2 hits, and an error for Utah. 5-0 Sooners back to work for Shannon Sale. Righty-lefty matchup here. Sale paints that outside corner, strike 1. I'm getting fired up now when we jump ahead and counts.
It's a big deal.
This team has played really well
tonight. Get ahead in the count,
tonight.
Get the leadoff batter out. You'll be in good shape. I'd say about
100% of the time?
85 to 99% of the time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I think getting ahead in the count is really the most important thing. You put the pressure in the hitter's hands, and then it's just your job. Don't leave a pitch hanging because they're swinging. But
no 2-pitch here. Hard hit ball to second. Ooh, bounces off the heel of the glove from Donahue and into right field, and Barrera's aboard. And that is the 3rd hit of the game. Tough play on a hard hit ball. Here's Alyssa Bonstrom. Okay, so take me through that then as a hitter. You fall behind on the count. You was a little different as a slapper, right, with that mindset?
Yeah, a little bit. But, once you get behind an account, it's tough to – they're protecting themselves, so they're going to foul stuff off. It's tough to take pitches.
There's a ground ball to second. Oh, another tough hop for Donahue. And Bonstrom will reach as that came up a little bit late on McKenzie. I don't know. It's going to be tough on the ruling side of that. Yeah. Everyone comes together from the Sooner infield in the circle.
I think the first one was a hit. I think this one might maybe an error.
So that 2-strike are at least falling behind in the count mindset.
Yeah. It's not that you're in a defeated position, but some hitters, it can do that mentally because you're looking for a perfect pitch, which you're not going to get because she already has 2 strikes.
Right.
And then you're just wanting to swing, but there's 1, a good chance you might get a changeup. 2, so your timing's messed up. It's just a bigger mental game that you're dealing with, and the pitcher has so much room to work with. She can throw a couple balls.
Meeting over. First pitch is trouble and deep to right center field. 1 hops the wall off the bat of Castaneda. Easily scoring from second is Barrera. And an RBI double off the right center field wall by Brianna Castaneda. Her second hit, her second double of the game, and the first run for Utah. It's 5-1. And And now the Utes are in business with runners at second and third for Charlie Pond. Pond digs in. The first pitch popped up right side. Donahue makes the catch behind the bag. And there's one away. Pretty big out there. I will admit, as soon as it left her bat, I think you could hear it in my voice, I was worried. I thought, okay, that thing's...
It did look like a little bloop that was just going to land in between right and second base.
Patty Gasso's going to jog out. Coach has gone with the
jacket.
Puffy coat here in this top half of the fourth inning. It's kind of been a rough start to the fourth for Mackenzie Donahue, but she makes a nice play on the little pop-up for the first out of the inning. Utah has pushed a run across. It's 5-1. Sooners lead it. A couple of quick tweets. Kayla listening in from Hereford, Texas. Riding spray rig with her husband, Boomer Sooner. Sounds important. Sounds like an important job. Kara and the Lions family is checked in. Garrett Mills, Carson and Katie Miller in Nowata. And I like this from Teresa. Destiny must stay on the rest of the season. I agree.
Thank you, Teresa.
So Jane is checked in. Coach T, we appreciate it tonight on this, I guess you could say, early season challenge between the Big 12 and the Pac-12. Hadn't gone so well for the Sooners in Palm Springs, did in Tucson, as the first pitch misses just off the outside quarter to Alicia Espinoza for ball one. I don't know if that was necessarily as close as
they're making it sound. I don't think so either.
I thought that was a little bit out, but I appreciate the passion. Espinoza struck out her last time up. 1-0 pitch is popped up. Shallow right field. Kelso makes the catch. Runner tags. Fakes going because Kelso throws a dime. And there's two away. And Sale, working through a fourth inning jam, can end it. Here is Katie Falk.
Catcher number 15, Katie Falk.
She popped out to first. And she digs in from the right side of the plate. She popped out to first in the second, I should say. First pitch. She attacked the first pitcher last time up. This time she takes ball one. On a gorgeous night here at Marita Hines Field. 5-1, the Sooners are leading. But Utah is threatening with runners at second and third. The 1-0 pitch. They're going to call it a ball. Looked like a pretty good pitch, and then a check swing by Falk. And check with the second base umpire, say she didn't go. And a dangerous spot here, Destiny, down 2 balls and no strikes with runners in scoring position.
Right.
The 2-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Flores calls off everyone and makes the catch. There we go. Shannon Sale working through some adversities. Located on Constitution, just a few blocks east of the game. First pitch swinging to Nicole Mendez to start the fourth. And she misses it for strike one. Boy, what a little heater here for Nicole Mendez. Hit a home run to give the Sooners the lead yesterday.
2 for 2 on the day, 2 bombs. What a day.
See if she can hit. She hasn't hit one out to center field yet. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt.
What's her hit streak with her random at-bats throughout the season?
The problem is it's 2, just
okay,
so you know.
Okay.
But no, she had a couple of tough at-bats earlier.
Okay.
1 ball, 1 strike.
She's so good at everything. Like 1 year she was pitching, outfield, first bit, and slapping and hitting and bunting and great placement. She's just unbelievable.
Here's another thing about Nicole Mendez as she fouls off the 1-1 pitch, a ball and 2 strikes, is she does it all with a great demeanor. You know, there's not much that's going to bring her down.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot about the situation she was put in, and not to get sentimental or anything, in that first game against UCLA last year. That was tough. The 1-2 is outside 2-2. Coach Gasso said, I just had to tell her, I'm like, listen, you got to help us here. You got to wear this.
Yeah.
And she did, and then she bounced back and played well that second game. Cole Mendes, I mean, I thought, without a doubt, a slam dunk to be a captain here her senior season. So really cool to see.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. And the dirt ball 3. Here's the interesting thing now. If she walks, you have to pinch run for her.
You have to.
And when you're running short on bench players to begin with, that could be create some creativity in the scorebook for Patty Gasso.
I
we'll
can't
see.
believe she's already a senior.
It's crazy, right? Here's the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch to Mindy. It's ball 4. It wasn't even close. All right, so I assume we'll see Alicia Flores run here.
Oh, look at this little bat girl.
She's got the hoodie on for game 2.
Oh, she's cute.
That's the first walk of the season to Mendez. Oh, I keep Rayleigh Pogue. With Mendez in the lineup, the Sooners have an extra position player now
True.
off the bench.
There you go.
So as Mindy gets a standing ovation from the crowd here. So with Mindy back in the lineup, you have both Rayleigh Pogue and Alicia Flores. So like a nice little addition here. And boy, I can't wait for you to see Riley Boone play.
Oh, I've heard.
I can't wait for you to see her play. And then to get Taylon Snow back healthy. This team might just be getting started. As the freshman, Kinsey Kelso, I keep saying freshman, the sophomore Kinsey Kelso digs in and takes the first pitch low for a ball. Favorite thing about Kelso, who flied out to left her last time up, is we hear so many times about players that enroll after the first semester. Football. She did it in softball.
Wow.
1-0 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Look out here. It's actually going to fall for a hit. Did she touch it?
There's
no
call. There has not been a call.
There hasn't been a call. They're saying foul ball now. The umpire from second base came in. Good sales job by Falk. This can be debated, but I'll tell you what. Falk started to sell that the moment that she missed it. Because it was trouble as soon as it hit the air. And what happened is, as soon as it hit the dirt and then rolled foul after she missed it, she turned to the home plate umpire and signaled as if
it's a foul ball.
She didn't touch it. And the funny part of it is, as well, too, the umpire looked at her and held his arms out.
He didn't know. He was not sure.
Well, the crew is at least consulted each other, and they have come out with the same decision that it was a foul ball. So Kelso will walk back to the batter's box. I thought I heard it hit something.
So she was having a hard time tracking it in the air. Then as soon as it came down, it looked like it did tip her glove after it bounced from the ground. But it did bounce straight into foul territory. So I don't know. My thing is the umpire was not sure.
Well,
but
we'll take it. That's a bomb from Kinsey Kelso. They gave her another chance, and she made him pay. Oh, baby, what a shot from Kinsey Kelso and her first career home run. That airplane's got to feel good. She's mobbed by her teammates, and Oklahoma takes a 7-1 lead. Probably should have stuck with the original plan.
Just took just giving her first base.
7-1 Sooners. And there's nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Utah's going to make a pitching change. For Morris, she pitched against San Diego last week, went an inning allowing a hit in the 8-0 Utah win. 3.52 ERA. She's thrown 15 in the third innings. And here's Aaliyah Flores. Hit one out of here her last time. First pitch she takes for a ball. And by the way, the first called home run by Destiny Martinez. It's like your play-by-play debut. It's already our OG&E power play of the game. That brought me so much joy. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. I legitimately was kind of sitting here listening to you, and I looked, and when she hit it, and you go, that's a bomb. Let's see if Aaliyah can do it again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ooh, a little in. 2-1. Sooners will have Murray State and Missouri State tomorrow.
How many times do you think you'll
Oh, my
you'll
gosh,
switch
I'm
those
so
up?
nervous. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Here's the 2-1, and it's slow. And I can't have people dogging on me. It's gonna hurt my feelings.
You got it. Oh, I'm in here with you.
Oh, yeah, that means you're stuck with me. And Whitley just likes to make fun of me. Here's the 3-ball and 1 strike pitch to the Sooner third baseman. It hangs high for ball 4.
That'll work.
Here's Mackenzie Donahue.
Keep passing it down.
Mackenzie, her last time, struck out, but I'm here to tell you, this Mackenzie Donahue that you're watching stride to the plate here in Norman the last couple of days, she's got a much different vibe to her. She's starting to hit the ball, see it better.
I want to see her on the left side.
It was a hilarious story, too, as the first pitch to the Sooner second baseman. She shows bunt, pulls it back, takes ball 1.
Is it kind of a rare thing, or what?
So, and Coach told us this in the Brahms Coach's Corner. During last weekend's series with Northwestern in town, the Courtyard Marriott Classic, she legitimately said, I've slapped him. Maybe it can help get things rolling. I might try slapping. They're like, okay. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and hangs up high ball 2. And here's the funny part is Whitley and Chris, who are up here, and they do video and all the behind-the-scenes stuff to help scout. When I asked them, does this happen in practice?
Yeah.
They're like, no,
They've never
seen that before.
She did it in a game for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh.
2-0 pitch. That ball is lined to left field and just in for a hit. Looked like it might go foul. And it falls just on the chalk. And I told you, it's a whole new attitude from Mackenzie Donahue. Another hit for the freshman, and runners are at first and second for Grace Lyons. And time is called, and Utah's going to have a quick circle visit here. Gives us a chance to kind of catch our breath, and she's back in the dugout, and here we go. It's 7-1 Sooners. Donahue at first, Flores at second. Here's Grace Lyons. The first pitch to the Sooner shortstop is a little low and a little in, ball 1. Lyons is 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and short. Currently hitting .348. 5 home runs on the season. Let's watch her make it home run number 6 on the season right here.
You're calling it.
Why not? It's going to be like 100 more pitches this game probably. The pitch, a little up and in, 2-0. We mention it a lot. Grace Lyons has taken over the leadoff spot after an injury to Taylon Snow has kept her briefly out of the Sooner lineup. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Off speed, lined into left center field, a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Flores. The throw is not in time. It's 8-1 Sooners on an RBI single from Grace Lyons. And here's Jocelyn Allo.
And that's really all we need. I think that that's something that the team fully understands is there are some strong hitters. There are some hitters that can come up and just hit bombs, but it's really important that when there are runners on, your main goal is to just move them. Find a gap, get something through the infield, move the runners.
Here's Jocelyn Allo. Runners at first and second, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, fouled straight back. Even with that netting, I saw the first and second row jumping a bit. Don't blame him. Allo singled and was forced out at second in the first inning, struck out in the second inning. Her hit streak is now at 12. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Little up. Kind of delayed because the ball seemed to pop out of the mid of Falk, and she seemed confused, so she's going out to the circle. Have a quick conversation with Hallie Morris. OU won earlier today 10-5 over Mercer. And they've exploded early here, up 8-1 with Alo at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Skied to center field, but not quite deep enough. Tagging and faking a go is Donahue, who will go back to the bag. And there's 1 away, and here's Kinsey Hansen. Kinsey Hansen 0 for 2, but scored a run, reached on a fielder's choice in the first, and strikeout victim in the third. 423 average. How about this, though, from the freshman? Destiny, she's hitting 483 with runners in scoring position this year. It's insane.
So this is who we need in the box.
Yes,
now.
absolutely. Elam waits on deck. First pitch to Hansen, a little in, ball 1.
I haven't seen very many outside pitches from her.
They've been working in all game long. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hansen. A little low, got away from the catcher, off to third, and sliding in safely without a throw was Donahue. And walking into second base is Grace Lyons.
I'm going to call a gap shot.
Well, you're about 1 for 1 in calling gap shots, so why not continue it? Last time you called for it, it happened. The 2-0.
Oh.
That was the pitch. That was absolutely the pitch.
Oh, my goodness.
2 balls and a strike. She took it. Now Hansen's back, and that ball just hung a bit.
Seemed like she took some speed off of that, so maybe.
Hansen takes a 2-1 just off the outer edge, 3-1. I see you checking in on Twitter. We'll get to it at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. The pitch. Line shot to center field. Should be deep enough to score the run. Tagging is Donahue. She'll slide in safely. Lyons tagged and took third, and it was a close play at third base. But everyone is safe. It's a sac fly. Oh, it's 9-1. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Sooners on top. And Lyons at third with Lindsey Elam coming to the plate. Elam has had herself an interesting game at the plate. I know what this is. So we got a pause going on. You can't quite see it on the Sooner Sports TV screen.
Okay, what's
but
happening?
Now as the umpire comes back, the Sooners in live ball situations have had players come out of the dugout to celebrate. And that's a big no-no this year.
Really?
So that was just the reminder from the home plate umpire to coach about that.
Really?
And here's Lindsey Elam with a runner at third. First pitch, off speed. She takes for a strike.
So there's no celebration on the RBI?
No, if it's a live ball. Like, for instance, if it's a home run, you can go out there and meet
Okay.
But if it's a live ball situation, you can't leave the dugout until either they're all the way back or near.
That's new?
Yes, it came out of the Texas game last year. Here's the 0-1, a little outside. And I don't know if it was – it's always been a rule that you can't be out of the dugout. It's just always been –
one of those rules. Right.
And when the Sooners scored a run – when Janae Jefferson was trying to tag out one of I think Sid Romero, and Aviu took off to score, a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Jefferson got caught in a group of Oklahoma players that were out celebrating, so she wasn't able to get right back in. Sooners scored the run. But at the time, it it was
Yeah.
just she couldn't get to the plate,
Yeah.
and Foley made a great play.
I mean,
but
that's a big adjustment for all teams.
Oh,
Everybody
yes.
comes running out of the dugout.
here's the 1-2 pitch to Elam, line down the third baseline.
Oh.
Foul, just foul.
We don't know if that was really foul.
The home plate umpire came out and made it right away, and there was Patty Gasso was selling it pretty well. 9-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning.
That means you'll hit a home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball, hard hit to short. Oh, it bounces up and hits No Skin. Scoring from third is Lions. Elam will reach on the laser off her bat. And let's check on No Skin. Oh, that ball took
That
a
was the shot.
wicked hop. Did it catch her face?
I don't think it got her face, chest.
Chris Osborne, intrepid reporter, our eye in the sky, says no, it caught her chest. So
There you go.
still sounds like it hurt. She's walking. There's not an athletic trainer out there,
She's fine.
but it drives in a run for the Sooners, and it's now 10-1.
21, Grace Green.
And Grace Green becomes the 9th batter to hit for the Sooners this inning. Remember, Nicole Mendez led it off with a walk. And her spot is on deck, and actually Rayleigh Pogue is in the on-deck circle, so she had Pinge run. We'll see if she gets an at-bat. First pitch to Grace Green is a pitch that stays up for ball 1. The runner at first is Elam. Caught her in the chest, according to not only Chris Osborne, but also our eye in the sky, Jim Poppy Gasso. Can
Okay.
confirm that for us
Okay.
as well. There's the 1 ball, no strike pitch to Green. Line shot into left field, a base hit. Elam moves up 60, and Grace Green has a 2-hit game. Have a day, Grace Green. And here's Rayleigh Pogue. Are we gonna? I wonder. Again, this is Mendez's spot. And Pogue Pinge ran. Yeah, I think they're gonna Pinge run for Grace Green here. Alicia Flores is waiting for the nod from Coach Patty Gasso, and that's what's gonna happen. Alicia is gonna Pinge run for Grace. I assume Grace will re-enter. What a day for Grace Green, huh?
Yeah, she's done great.
So
This lineup is just good. Everybody in it's just good.
it's so funny. If you would have listened, say you listened up until the 3rd inning of game 1, you're like, I got to go to work or go do something, and then you just tune back in now. It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
It's like a completely different team. And Rayleigh Pogue will indeed get a chance to hit here with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Now, I don't know what's going on. Time is called.
Number 27, Alicia Flores, pitch running.
I think there was some confusion from Morris on what the call might have been there. She's really taking a long look at her wristband. Here's the first pitch to the Washington, Oklahoma product that's in for a strike. 10-1 Sooners. 10 runs on 9 hits. And to think the onslaught started thanks to a strikeout. That was missed. Elam reached, and the rest has been history. The Sooners have made the Utes pay. Here's the 0-1. A little out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Love seeing this team attack early, too.
Yeah, that's important. I think that's one thing that you always kind of go into with your hitting plan is attack early.
1-1 pitch, called strike 2.
I mean, as a hitter, as a pitcher, they're going in as we want to get up early in the count. So as a hitter, that you should be expecting good pitches earlier in the count.
Here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Ball 2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Pogue digs back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch with the Sooners up 10-1. She bounces it foul off her foot. Crowd getting a little bit restless with the pace here somewhat.
But they're still here.
They're still here. I don't know what's going on with Morris and getting her sign. She seems to be a little bit frustrated. Now we're good. Here's the 2-2 to Pogue. Rounded foul. Look out, Coach.
Whoa.
You know, not only Coach, I think Jackie had to dance off that top step too. Sooner Director of Ops. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First and second for the Sooners. The pitch. Fouled at the plate again. Pogue keeps battling. You know, this is a good moment to mention 10 runs on 9 hits, and the wind has just been non-existent here tonight.
It's a beautiful day for softball. No, I mean, it's great.
The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pogue chased one a little bit up. And a marathon. Bottom of the 4th inning comes to an end, but the Sooners are 3 outs away from a win. G3s, that's Grace Lyons and Jody checking in from Crystal Lake, Illinois. And first pitch swinging to start the top half of the 5th inning is the 9-hole hitter Julia Noskin, and laces it foul. Cassidy and Moore, Grace, Ann, even with her phone at 1%, staying tuned in. Kayla here for Texas. And Ann listening from Heavener, Oklahoma. The 0-1 is in the dirt to the backstop. That might look really cool on the Sooners Sports TV cam. One of our photographers was up front when that ball bounced to the backstop. Noskin hasn't been much of a problem for the Sooners tonight. Knock on wood, grounded out to short, and has stayed in the game despite taking a ball off the chest in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a soft slap to second. Going to be close. Donahue won't even have a play.
That's a tough play.
Noskin beats it out. Here's Haley Denny. Leadoff hitter is 0 for 2 tonight for Utah.
Left fielder number 3, Haley Denny.
I mean, that was great placement. That's a tough play to make.
I was going to say, as a former slapper,
yeah,
that's what you look for.
Yeah, you've got to either let the pitcher and first baseman communicate, then that causes an issue of who's covering, or second base coming in hard on that. That's tough.
First pitch is low and away for ball 1. No, I guess might not be a bad time to check in on some scores from across the country. Do so courtesy of the folks at D1 Softball. The 1-0 pitch is pop foul and out of play. Of course, we'll have a complete rundown coming up in our post-game show. Fan almost make a catch.
Uh-oh.
Please tell me nobody got hurt. But we'll have a complete breakdown in our post-game show of all the scores from around the Big 12 tonight. Check some of these top 25 scores after this 1-1 pitch from Shannon Sale, who rocks and fires. Misses outside, 2-1.
Come on, Shannon.
2 balls and a strike with a runner at first. Sooners 3 outs away from a potential run rule win here. The 2-1 is line foul down the left field line. Number 19, Minnesota lost tonight to Cal State Fullerton. They're playing in Long Beach in the Louisville Slugger Invitational. Fullerton gets them 2-zip. Michigan has been struggling, but they start their weekend, which will feature a game with UCLA. The 2-1 win over Boston University. And Louisiana, the Ragin' Cajuns were upset tonight. Here's the 2-2 from Sale. Line shot to short. Lions off the short hop to second for 1 to first. Safe. Denning reaching. Coastal Carolina beat the Ragin' Cajuns 7-1 tonight. A couple of other scores. Washington run rule St. Francis 9-1. SEC play is underway. Florida leads Auburn in the bottom of the 5th 4-0, while South Carolina leads Georgia in the bottom of the 5th inning 3-2. Michigan and UCF are tied at 1 in Michigan's second game of the day. Here's Maddie Jacobus. First pitch A little low, ball 1. So trade out Dinning for No Skin at first, and there's 1 away. 10-1 Sooners, 2 outs away from win number 18 on the season. The 1-0 pitch. A little up, 2-0. Hey, what have you thought of Sale so far tonight?
I think she's great. I liked her since last year. I love her demeanor. I love her ability to mix up the speeds, and I just love her. I just love her little attitude.
It's the best. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Showed bunt low and in. Now they got the runner caught in a rundown. Hanson will toss it to Lyons. They'll throw late. Donahue won't get the tag down. Really good job by Dinning, who was trapped between first and second. She might be hurt. I bet she knocked the wind out of her when she was diving for the bag. Nope, she's up.
Oh,
maybe not.
Maybe hurt her hand. I saw her shake her hand a little bit.
Walking down in foul territory down the right field line.
Seemed like a little bit of a late dive. Might have got her hand caught in the base.
Well, after the 2-0 pitch, Elam tried to throw down to first, and I shouldn't say tried to, did, and they had Dinning caught, but she beat the run down and may have hurt herself sliding back into the bag. A couple of other quick scores to update you on. Nothing yet from Tuscaloosa tonight, and one of the big ones, Arkansas and Alabama, they're scoreless in the top of the second inning. And Murray State, whom we'll see tomorrow, Oklahoma State currently leads the Racers 5-1 in the Stillwater portion of this weekend, if you will. Murray State coming to Norman tomorrow. Every meeting is over. Dinning is staying in the game. Digging back in is Jacobus, and the 3-0 pitch is apparently up for ball 4. And Barrera will step to the plate. She's had a decent night.
Number 16, Alyssa Barrera.
We've got to get out of this inning.
She popped out to short, singled, and scored in the 4th. Yeah, this has been a spot in the lineup that's given Sale problems, and Utah's put a couple on. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play, just short of the temporary bleachers for strike 1. First inning, Barrera popped out to short, added in the 4th, and started the inning off with a single, and eventually scored on the RBI by Castaneda. Deep in the box, the 0-1 pitch. A little low. Good job by Elam to stay in front of it. It doesn't take much.
She's great back there. I mean, she's a wall. She reminds me a lot of Schultz.
Jessica Schultz.
Jessica Schultz.
Schultzy, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sale again with the check. She's ready. The pitch. Pop foul and out of play. Sooners looking for win number 18 on the season. This would, if OU can hang in there, be just the 3rd loss of the season by Utah. 2 of the 3 losses to the Big 12. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Back in week 2 of the season at Puerto Vallarta, Texas got them 3-2. Crowd claps in unison as you hear the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Sale is ready. Brings it home. Hit well to center field, but Alo has a beat on it. Makes the catch short of the warning track. Runner tags from second, heads to third, but there's 2 away. And Barrera hit that a ton, but just not deep enough. And again, no wind to speak of.
No
wind. None.
Alo had to go pretty far. She had to track that down pretty deep.
And here's Alyssa Bonstrom. Bonstrom, that open stance deep in the box. Runners at first and third. There's 2 outs. Flores, even with the bag at third, couple steps behind it for Hanson at first. First pitch, swing and a miss. I feel like we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. We're only in the 5th.
I know. I do too. I'm like all into it.
Living every pitch of this
at bat. We can't let this runner score.
So is Patty Gasso. So Coach is going to run out and chat real quick with Shannon Sales.
Sweaty palms. Oh, my goodness.
Now, Utah won earlier today in a very fun game on a walk-off by Alyssa Barrera. She delivered a 2-run home run after Mercer had taken the lead on Utah in the 7th inning earlier today. But the walk-off by Barrera gave Utah the win. The Utes will travel to Stillwater tomorrow to play an afternoon game against Mercer, and then tomorrow night they've got a showdown with Oklahoma State. So a big Oklahoma weekend here for Utah.
Good games. These are good teams.
Every meeting is over as Lundstrom digs back in. The 0-1 pitch. In for a strike.
She's really moving the ball well. She really is. She's got some good spin on it.
No balls, 2 strikes. Sale brings it home. Bounce towards second. Donahue bobbles. Run scores. Runner safe. 10-2. She tried to attack it, charged it, and got a really tough hop, and unfortunately wasn't able to make a play anywhere. Now a suddenly much more challenging situation with Brianna Castaneda. First pitch is low for a ball.
Now we got 20.
So it's, well, the scoreboard has gone crazy on us. It's 10-2, Oklahoma leads. I better write that down before I look up there and say it's 20-1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. A little low, 2 balls and no strikes. So here's the situation with Castaneda at the plate. If they can get Jacobus home for second, we'll continue this game. The 2-0 pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. 10-2 Sooners. 2 balls and a strike. Did I say that right? No, I'm looking at the scoreboard. Yeah.
I know. Now I'm like, where do we look? Yeah, you said that right.
All right, good. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, 2-2 count.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Great atmosphere here tonight. Crowd looking to bring it home. The pitch. Called strike 3. Oh, Shannon Sale. What a night. Win column Sooners. Oklahoma in run rule fashion knocks off 25th ranked Utah by a final score of 10-2.
Utah Utes.
Bud Light postgame show. Oklahoma wins in impressive fashion, run ruling Utah tonight by a final score of 10-2. Been a fun day hanging out with Destiny Martinez, but a shorter night than we thought.
It was. It was. I'm not mad about it. But I'm glad that they brought the momentum over from the Mercer game into the Utah game. They showed up with their bats ready to go. I think they did great.
Yeah, it was a fun night. Just give us a couple of quick initial takeaways that really caught your eye.
I mean, I got to see Olivia Raines, Macy McAdoo, and I've always loved Shannon Sale. But getting to see them in the circle under the circumstances with G out, kind of coming into roles that they really weren't expecting to be in, I think that they've done great. I think they have a little bit more room to work with and some time to get comfortable, but I think overall they know what they need to work on and they're not afraid to take it on. And I really like that. You can tell in their composure, and I think they look great. The offense, they come around. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than it should, but I think that their sticks are there. They know what they're doing. Against Mercer, trying to hit a ball off of a pitcher that throws 59 miles an hour, I mean, you can't practice that.
Right.
So what they were able to accomplish was great, and coming back against Utah and being able to make the adjustment from a slower pitcher to a quicker pitcher, they handled it really well. You
ready for our OG&E power play of the game?
Oh, yeah.
Power play of the night. All right, here we go. Oh, hold on. You know what helps? This is an old man problem. If you don't mute the audio. All right, here we go. You ready?
Here we go.
Really good plays, and I've only seen 3 games in person, and that is a bomb.
Aaliyah Flores rocks one over the center field wall. Good call. What a shot for her second career home run, our second home run of the season, 3rd career home run. How about that?
I mean, just right off the bat, you just knew. There was no question to it. It was out.
That is our OG&E power play of the game. OG&E is power at the speed of light. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll continue on the radio side. Thanks for joining us on Soonersports.tv. Destiny and I will see you back here tomorrow. Yes, we know you can hear us during breaks. We appreciate the support. When we come back, though, on the radio side of things, we'll continue our post-game conversation and take a look at scores from across the country. Sooners win it by a final score of 10-2. They sweep the day. This is Sooner softball from Learfield IMG College.